Come on, don't. Yeah. This might be the biggest drawback of living in Canada is the internet. It's god awful. Dear God. Compared to everything we had in Europe, this is just like... I love Canada, but like, this is like the shoddy internet that this country has is just a disgrace. A lot of it, some of it is due to the infrastructure, and some of it is due to other factors. Okay, so they're gonna abrupt decay my ooze. Okay, and then we can Colligan this command it back. Okay, that seems fine. So ooze gets decayed. That's fine. I can't really stop that. And then is he gonna cast the third life from the low? Or something else? By the way, it was like, yeah. Oh my god, I was right about that. That was a joke. I honestly thought I was joking. Right. So I'm going to return target creature card. I don't want to make them discard. So return target creature for card from your graveyard and deal 2 damage. Okay. Choose target creature card and deal 2 damage. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to fetch because I'm gonna need like all the mana I can to get like. So yeah, we're gonna fetch even though it makes the push a little worse. Obviously, push is just not a good card in this matchup. It's just we ran out of stuff. We want green, so let's just get a stomping ground. Yeah, stomping ground's fine. Lightning bolt? Oh man, that's so close. Right, so let's attack first. Yeah, so I was totally right about playing this Dire Fleet just for damage. Wait, no. We might need this grow later, so let's just yeah, pay like this, and then like let's ooze away. I should have like, yeah, no, actually that's correct. I don't want to give them life randomly. I'm very unlikely to push on my own turn. Right, let's get rid of that life, and then yeah. So it turned out Scavenging Ooze was more than enough on its own. A card we did not have in our other openers, yeah. Snake Imp? Okay, well... I could Lightning Bolt that, or push, or whatever. One has free cards. I don't want to give them a life. A point of life, I meant. Okay, Verdant Catacombs is great, because I can just kill this thing with push. They probably know I keep push because there's not much else I can do with that card, so... I'll just get a swamp, it's fine. I can't think like of a sequence of cards that lets my opponent survive. That's why I'm being maybe a bit more sloppy here than I should. It's not good, but yeah. So push this. We win, cool. Let me check my stream health quickly because of that disconnect. But yeah, just say hi if you're like there. If you're not, if you don't have to, if you don't want to, but yeah, it'd be cool like just to check. Cool. Appreciate people like sticking through thick and thin on the last stream. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Willie definitely. Yeah, the game we had versus Blue White was pretty sweet. Yeah, that match was nuts, and like Bloodstun really was great. Bloodstun is a really good counter to Blue White decks. Anyways, when we're on the draw, I might need an extra discard spell to get like a reunion. It's so bad. Like this card is so bad. Oh my god. All of this is awful. Like, to be fair, this card can get like abrupt decays and stuff. I think we'll just stick to what we have and just really just have to hope for the best. Leyline of the Void is like almost an auto keep. Oh my god, this hand. Wow. We have a 5-lander that doesn't even have good mana. Well, this is also a mulligan. Neither of those hands was like even remotely close to what we wanted. This is classically good for John, but not in this matchup. We're gonna have to bottom that. We multi 5 twice. Like, it's pretty... Our game 1 matchup's awful, and then we multi 5 twice. It's pretty hard. It was pretty unfortunate. We should have at least had a game with, like... Okay, so Fotzi's our opponent. Well, we're definitely getting Reunion. That much is for sure. The other cards are not cards we want to put in our opponent's bin. Yeah, so Stinkweed Imp. It's in their hand. They got a Bloodghast and an Amalgam. Ugh. Yep, so they can also dredge Narcomoeba. Man, they don't even have to do anything. This is too easy. We're gonna lose this game. Like, basically, it was like kind of ley line or bust. Both games, especially on the draw. I mean, I could have like tried mulliganing to 4, but it's really hard to mulligan lands, Fotzi's Tarmogoyf. Because like, it's like a reason, like you can at least enact your game plan. And like, how much better is your situation gonna be? Like, I mean, I could have mulliganed to 4 and try to like score the like 25% chance of a ley line. Now we're gonna lose, unfortunately. Let's get a... We need green. Do we need double red? Probably not. We could just get a basic force and not take too much damage here. Right, so... Opponent... Played Stomping Ground, right? I mean, there's a chance. Very low chance, though. Like, I guess if we like Blood Sun and draw into Leyline and like kill things, we might have a shot. Okay, Arid Misa and Foothills we can beat. Right, well... This game's a bit weird. Okay, that's step 1 of the plan. Let's play this Blood Sun. Now we can like Leyline future cards. It's not so bad. Yeah, you probably should fetch first now. For sure you should fetch in response to Blood Sun. If I gotta like draw Verdant Catacomb as the land I need for this leyline, it's gonna be so taxing. So tax. What would be really cool is if I draw like the Blooming Marsh or something like that. Well, we can't attack really. Right, so at least we're preventing fetch lands from being awful for us. Rally the Peasants. That is not a good card for us at all. We need to hit the leyline and then we need to start pulsing stuff. What is this? Faithless Looting? Ugh. Yeah. Hits in and Bloodghast. Okay. Welcome back. Yeah. Not looking good for our hero here. Yeah, they had an Arid Misa, so that's still a land drop. I'll get back an Amalgam. And then they have Rally the Awful Peasants. Take 1. This leyline is only going to be good. Like, we need to leyline, survive the hit, and then... Oh, this is such a decker. Oh my god. Oh man. That is like the worst draw. That's like insulting. That's like insultingly bad. Like, there's a bunch of draws that would be bad, and this one is just an insult. It's just like... Right, here you go. You wanted leyline? Here you go. Man... Yeah, we're gonna lose. There's no way I can win from this position. Because, like... The problem is, like... Let's see. Are there any instants in the graveyard, actually? Yeah, there is. There's Rally the Peasants and a Replicate. So, like... I could, like, technically, like, push a Bloodghast, but that's not getting me anywhere. I could Pulse Amalgams, which buys me a turn, but it doesn't make this leyline any better. Like, what's the answer here? Like... My opponent's gonna attack and they rally the Peasants. I guess the Bloodghast can't come back. I think like my plan is going to be to push leyline. Ugh. I might have to just pulse these now. Yeah, let's just pulse them now. Just to not take too much damage. Also, my opponent doesn't really have a way to get back creatures yet. So, yeah. Yeah. Probably not able to block here, though. Okay, there's 2 Bloodghasts. And my opponent has a Light from the Loam in their hand, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this is just a disaster. Steam Vents. Wow, they're playing this to like hardcast Amalgams against Graveyard Hate. That's pretty hopeful. Yeah, so if we had leyline that turn, we were in okay shape because we could have leylined, prevented more dredging. Our opponent would have like probably started going over the top, but we would have been able to pulse the amalgams and then have only 2 blood gas to worry about. As stands, we're dying pretty horribly. This is game 3. Do I have an overview of all the deck's performances? Yeah, I can show you the link. It should be in my stream description, but I can give you the link. It's not much effort, especially when my opponent's taking. Here you go. Like all the stream results are there. Hey, 1,000 triggers for that. Yeah. Yeah, Leyline of the Void. You are too late, my friend. Way too late. I mean, is there a way for me to win? My opponent can rally and win. I can show them the Leyline, I guess. The push is not saving me against this much damage. Yeah, sure, that I agree with that like line. But yeah. Yeah, that was really an unfortunate game. If we had hit our land, I think with a Leyline we would have had a chance. Because then our opponent could attack, but anything they attack with like would die, and like they only have 1 rally the peasant's turn, and then we could like pulse these. And then our opponent's down to Narcomoebas and Stinkweeds, and we could kill the Narcomoeba with a push too. So drawing that Leyline was just... I think the Verdant Catacomb would have been like finer, at least we like lose to ourselves. But yeah. Yeah, this is just way over lethal. Can like block this and die. I see my opponent remembers that they have this card. This is actually a really cool card to have in Dredge. It like punches through for damage in situations like this that would otherwise be potentially difficult. Yeah, well, actually maybe it wasn't necessary. Man, this would have been a draw. Man, like if we had drawn this instead of the Leyline and like got in their rally, that would have been like the draw. It's fine though. Dredge is an awful matchup, especially when you don't draw your 4 Leyline, one of your 4 Leylines into like in your openers. Game 1 is like totally horrific, but yeah. Fave decks so far, I keep saying this again and again, but anything with Spreading Seas has been great. Not Blue Moon, but like actual like Spreading Seas stuff. Yeah. That game was like semi-frustrating. Like our mulligans were super bad. It's actually kind of unreal, like how much like. If we had the Leyline in our opener, like, we pretty much just win, so... I don't know, it's not the best. I'm kind of glad Dredge is not a very strong deck in Modern, because it's the more egregious of the, like, sideboard card decks. Like, as in, like, before. Now it's okay. Play first, yes. We have this hand, but we have a... The difference is we have a cycle land, so I'll keep. We had this hand before, though. This isn't, like, the first time. We're gonna go for Blackleaf Cliffs, which tells our opponent we are playing Bolt Push, but it's fine. Because, like, we don't want to take damage from... Like, we want to, like, play our lands as fast as possible. Our fast lands first. Ghost Quarter. File? We've seen this before. These decks are usually kind of weak to Dark Confidant early, so it's okay. This is not going to be very... This is basically like get a path. That's what this card does, is get a path to exile. Right, we go for Dark Confidant. Because we have a Bolt, I'm not using the fetch line here. Like, it would be correct to use the fetch line otherwise. This is also a deck that's actually pretty surprisingly weak to Bloodsun, because you, like, shut up the Ghost Quarters. And, like, the Ghost Quarters are a pretty integral part of their plan. Yeah, we're playing Black-White Eldrazi. Okay. Path. That's pretty brutal. But at least we have it for later, so it's not super awful. Right. Let's see here. So we want to get a red source with this. Yeah, so... I don't want my opponent to Violent an Arbiter, so I'm just going to get the red source now. Probably Stomping Ground. We have a lot of black, yeah. Okay, and now we can just pass. There's no... I guess I should cycle, actually, because I could hit a discard spell, and this would be a good time to use it. Nope, okay, no. No, we're just flooding. Just flooding. They had the path for our Dark Confidant, which was very unfortunate. Oh, there's Fotnots here. This is super bad for us if it's actual Fotnots here. Displacer we can beat though, very easily. I don't want to wait for a Thalia, so we're gonna just destroy this now. No need to wait for a Thalia to come and ruin our day. Specifically, happily, easily could have played this pre-combat, but decided, nah, screw it, I don't need this. Okay. I could like Daredevil the path on the Thalia, but I'd rather keep the Daredevil. The problem is I want to keep Daredevil for a Fotnotseer, but let's be honest, that's not happening really, is it? We have no enablers for a push, so I might as well just cast this on the Thalia now. And let's play the Black Leaf Lifts. Yeah, so clearly our opponent's not going to attack our Mana Ace. But yeah, our opponent could have easily like just flashed in Thalia before and none of this would have happened. I mean, I guess I have 2 open lines up to nothing, so it pays out okay. Fotnots here. This was probably a top deck too, because yeah. This was the problem, is like I could have like pathed with Daredevil, but then like the push gets taken anyways. That's just brutal. No matter what I do, like the card I want to path like gets rid of it. Dark Confidant. We're clearly playing this Dark Confidant. And we're tapped when we're on turn. Man, my opponent was super right to path that Confidant. Yeah, to be fair, they didn't really have, like, it makes sense as a play, because what else, like, I guess on turn 2 they could have made Thalia. So there was actually a pretty tough decision there for my opponent. Turned out to pan out because like I had like literal lands and drew more. Okay, what is this? This is Displacer? Okay. Why would you flash into Displacer with a Dark Con? This is kind of weird. Because like my opponent could have like easily flashed this in and kept mana up, so this is something else. Wasteland Striker? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Then you literally just do not care. Yeah, it's pretty hard to beat this when you're drawing like this, so okay. I mean, that's how midrange works. You can't control your draw, so this stuff happens. I could Inquisition just to see what their version plays, but Thalia and Dark Confidant. We might as well take care of the Dark Confidant. Let's just ship. My opponent's gonna kill me fast, so yeah. Let's see what we sideboard against them. Hazoret's not so good when they have Path and like a bunch of things like Displacer and stuff. Liliana is okay. Like, it was bad when my opponent like was boarding in like Leylines, but yeah. Abrupt, like Cole against command is like the total, not yeah. Just I'll concede so my opponent doesn't see the card. They know I'm running tournament, whatever. Pulses are good. Huntermaster's pretty sweet. We don't want grudges. Chandras are really good. Hazoret's not good. Leylines are bad. Brutality is okay because it kills a lot of their creatures. Then Bloodsun's bad. We want to board down on this card. Fotzi's getting the Thought-Knot's important though. Everything else here seems pretty important. Let's see. Free Brutalities. Free might be a bit excessive. We'll go to 2. We're on the play though. Thought-Knot is a problem. That's why I want like the Fotsies. Everything else seems fine. Like, yeah. Okay, let's submit. Easy. Yeah, Bloodsun like shuts down their Ghost Quarters, but not much else. So it's like okay game 1, but game 2 I think there are much better things we could do. And Hazoret's not very good against the Displacer Path side of the deck, so yeah. They have like Flickerwaste, Displacer Path, and they can get rid of this easily. Chandra and Liliana are much better tandem duo though. Fotzi's important because they usually board into like big stuff, like Gideons and stuff, so yeah. They sometimes board in Leyline, which makes it awkward, but yeah, I think it's still fine. I don't think like if you have white Leyline that you should board in this matchup anyways. My other opponent did it, but I don't. Taking a while. Opponent's not sure what to board out. They know they're against like green-black main range of some sort. So, yeah. Alright, let's play first. Well, we have Thoughtseize, Goyf, and Planeswalkers. This is clearly a keep. Direfleet. It's a 2/1 first striker, which is actually surprisingly good against what my opponent's offering as bodies. And yeah, sure, you only get path, but like it happens eventually, you know? By the way, what did my opponent do? They bottomed the card. Okay, so this Thoughtseize is pretty good. Wow, okay, they're pretty low on spells. Which one of these do I care? The Flicker Wisp doesn't really do that much. So I guess the Displacer's like the card I don't really want to see a lot of the time. Board out Wasteland Straggler, 4 Vials, and a couple of Arbiters. Okay. Yeah, Arbiter doesn't seem good against the Path Bolt decks. We'll get rid of this Displacer because we have Brutality to get rid of the Flicker Wisp. I mean, overall, I'm not getting rid of a card I really care about. Oh, Rest in Peace? Yeah, but we maxed out on like the cards we have to answer that. Apart from the Inquisitions, I guess. Rest in Peace for sure. This turn we're okay. Well, I was gonna like go for Goyf, but Dark Confront's much better when you're looking for lands. If our opponent paths, we kind of get the card we want anyways. So, as in if they top deck it, it's not unrealistic. Okay, Conceal Cordia number 2 probably. Yep, cool. You drew Arbiter. Okay, we have to kill this. I could do it with Liliana or Collective. We'll just see what we draw. Okay. Draw a card. Okay, we didn't take damage, which was great because that's what we wanted. Cool against command, I think we can get more use from later, so I'd rather go Liliana here and make my opponent sacrifice. 1 second. My opponent has Planescapes. This is one of my best answers to Thought-Knots here, which is like the one consideration I have. But I don't think I need to do this now. And yeah, I'm just gonna play Lily here. Lily's sack is pretty strong. And that way they can't really Flicker Wisp this. I guess this like leaves me a bit cold to a Thought-Knot, but it's okay. Now we hope for a red land for this Chandra, which there's not that many because we're playing a lot of fast lands, so I'm not expecting to cast this next turn. It's below par. I'm expecting to cast either K Commander or Goyf or whatever. Eldrazi doesn't usually play Blade Slicer. Sometimes they do. But K Command can like get a Vial and like a 2-drop. Like, yeah, okay, Flicker Wisp. You can flicker your own land, I guess. Our land? Why would you flicker our land? It comes back, so like, if I had like a bolt, this would be horrible. That was definitely incorrect. Right, it doesn't matter, but like, I could like, not use the Liliana here. Okay, Tarmogoyf. Here what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, let's see, the K-Command should destroy this and make, and I don't think I care about them discarding. Actually, they only have 3 cards. Them discarding is pretty good. So I guess this Brutality is probably not worth it at this point. So, yeah, we're gonna call against command, make them discard. Brutality's gone. Yeah, it also makes push possible because of Revolt. So, okay, Arbiter. Right, so choose target player and creature. Okay, so red, black, black. Yeah, this is pretty brutal. Yeah, this card's good. Because our opponent, like, still has a plane, so I'm, like, thinking that they have Thought-Knots here. Okay, they conceded. Okay, we got there. On the draw, Inquisition's a little better, but I don't like it in mid-range matchups much. Oh, what's worse? They still keep in paths, clearly. I think, like, everything else is better than these, so I probably won't board those in. Yeah, this is fine. Terminates, Abrupt Decays, Charmaglyphs. Yeah, this is fine as is. Daredevil getting a path is totally fine. I don't like 1 or 2 grudge for Scholar and Vile. I think it's fine. You already have like pull against command and stuff, and like, what would you cut for them is a better question. We can keep this. It's okay. Let's see here. We have like tons of land, dear god. I don't feel a need to like play an untapped land because we only have we don't have a 2-drop we really want to run out, so I'm just gonna play Toon Pass and pass. It's possible I should have Catacombed to get rid of it, but we have push. Depending where we draw. Okay, Eldrazi Temple. Yeah, like playing the Catacomb with push, like, yeah, because they have Temple too. Okay, Arbiter. We need to kill this Arbiter. This is just not leading to anywhere where any good places. Right, so we can push the Arbiter. And then we can play Verdant Catacombs to push, like, Thought-Knots here if it comes up. So that was a really good draw. It allows us to gain back tempo and then not do anything with that tempo because we have nothing to do with it. But if they go Thought-Knots here, Mirren Crusader, okay, well we have a Daredevil, so that can block that eventually. I have to think here if I want to sack this Catacomb or not. It's actually kind of a tough decision to sack a Catacomb or not because we have Fiddle Push. I think it's okay not to. But we already have like both red fetches, like red lands here, so if I want to keep Kola against command up, I kind of have to fetch. But it's my only revolt trigger. I'm not going to use it. I'll just untap. This is really awkward draws. At least the cliff, like, enables me to continue doing what I'm doing without, yeah. We still have 2 lightning bolts for this. We also have this, which is okay. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of damage potentially, though. It's possible I should have played the Daredevil down here, but like, yeah, there's not much of an interest to do so, I suspect. Thought-Knots here? Okay. Right, okay, so this is going to resolve. Then this is going to trigger. We're going to fetch. If we draw a Lightning Bolt, then we can still cast it. So let's get... The Cycle lands are totally fine in my deck because the thing is, if I draw one of those Cycle lands, I really want to get rid of it. And we kind of have all the mana we need on many fronts. So I think I'm going to get a basic, but what basic? I have like plenty of black, so let's get a forest here. Let me see what I could draw. I could draw Abrupt Decay, which I'm not going to cast. Collective, not put. I can't cast the second push. Bolt, I would cast. Nothing else here is castable, really. So I think a forest is fine in this scenario. Right, just leave red for Bolt. That's like the nut. Drawing Lightning Bolt here would be like the total nut. Dark Confidant? Okay. So now my opponent has to choose between the 2/1 First Striker and Confidant. The Confidant? Okay. This actually might be okay, but they have like lots of time. Oh, that's perfect. 1 second. We would lose it to Shambling Vent. This is real problem though. I think like losing. I think it's not a problem to lose it to Shambling Vent because it like buys us a full turn and we need to get rid of this thing at some point. So I think like using the Liliana here is totally cool. Like it buys us like a turn, so it's not so bad. I'll probably play the Stomping Ground to have like the collection of lands here. We need to get rid of this Crusader at some point. So that now our opponent's gonna Shambling Vents this, but that costs their turn. Ghost Quarter? Okay, anything that wasn't Shambling Vents there was probably wrong. Especially when... You know I have this card, right? Really? That was your line when you know I have Kolaghan's Command? That was a really... That feels super wrong. Okay. Right. I probably am okay with taking 2 damage to just have better mana, so I'll discard the Swamp here. Alright, we'll start with this. I have to admit, like, that line shocked me. Half? You know I have this and you discard. Do you have, like... I don't understand. You've seen my hand. Okay, what is going on here? My opponent knows I have K command. Is my best line to just like play tap land and pass because I suspect my opponent has... Oh, wait. I don't want my opponent to bounce this, but they normally don't run Resto Angel. That'd be nuts. If my opponent Resto Angel's here... I could also, like, kill this Golem. Yeah, killing the Golem and making my... Destroy target artifact and discard a card. Destroy... Yeah. We're gonna, like, choose them and discard this. That just seems... Wow, my opponent just gave me this avenue, which did not exist. Black, red. I don't understand this line. This, like, you could clearly have killed Liliana. And you know I have Kolaghan's Command, so Blade Slicer is low value. Is that a second path or Flicker Wisp? Right, okay, so... I wouldn't mind, like, if my opponent didn't see my hand. Like, then I'm like, okay, well, it walks perfectly with what I was trying to do, which is great, but, yeah. So now, like, our scenarios, we have a Scavenging Ooze with plenty of fuel, and most likely a dying Liliana, to be fair. Yeah, so Shambling Vent, activation. Right, yeah. Okay, that I feel bad. That's pretty poor. Yeah, that I'm not happy about. It's not their fault. Like, the two being close to each other is always, like, a problem. Yeah. Oh, my opponent was complaining about top decks, so... They knew my hand. They could have played around it. But yeah, that I feel bad for, like, the land thing. I could, like, sack the Liliana, but, like, there's not really a way to, like, kind of get around that problem. I don't really need this Blue Marsh compared to, like... We're not gonna Daredevil the path here, so... I'll just plus. Mind Sensor? Yeah. Yeah, not even... Like, the Liliana not even being dead is just... And now she can't really die unless my opponent top decks a path. I guess Displacer would also work? Okay, well that doesn't work. Right, so... Yeah. So this game kind of got warped, so if you're watching this, like... I'm gonna probably use the Liliana still, it's just kind of awkward from a viewer perspective, of course. Let's just munch on some creatures. Right. We only have limited green mana, and my opponent has plenty of fuel. Yeah, our opponent can't really kill the Lily, so I can discard this Grove. Or I could just attack first and see what happens. Yeah, let's just go total ham. I'll plus the Lily here to keep her loyalty a little higher. Or actually, you know what? My opponent screwed up this Shambling Vent. I'm going to be generous and just minus the Lily on the Blade Splicer. It's still relevant, because like the Blade Splicer being around made like Flicker Wisp for top deck. And we can eat the Blade Splicer for more damage later. I probably should have had pre-combat, but it's okay. Yeah, we're fine with this. Yeah, so this Lily is gonna finally die. Probably. Alright, they're gonna animate the right Shambling Event this time, right? Cool. They got there. Right, so Lily's gonna die. Right, we're gonna eat this Blade Splicer. I really hope my opponent didn't top deck Path, that would be brutal. Okay, Decay. Decay doesn't really do much now, but yeah. Yep, just do this, and Decay doesn't kill a land, but we can like Dire Fleet this Path. I guess if our opponent has literal Fought Knots here, it's bad. I could have played this Dire Fleet a lot earlier, I guess, and like got in a 2-1 body. Yeah. What is this? Displacer would be nuts, actually. I should have maybe played around Displacer. Yeah, Fought Knot is fine. You'll get the Dire Fleet Daredevil, because that's clearly the card you should get here. Yeah, Displacer would make this smaller, so maybe I shouldn't have like gone super ham on it, because like Path and Displacer work. So this Dire Fleet's been in my hand and done nothing. Yeah, so you can attack with that, because I can't decay it, since it's non-land permanent. Nothing I really want to exile, so we'll just take this. If we draw like a hard removal spell for this, we get there. Okay, we don't. It's fine though. This is like threatening lethal. Actually, this was a mistake. I should have played the Dark Confidant, because then the Abrupt Decay kills it, and I kill my opponent, so my opponent's forced to block with Fought Knot. That was actually really bad. I missed lethal there. I also mistapped my mana. Like, a bunch of, like, really poor plays on this turn. But yeah, I should have, like, played the Confidant first, because then I could Abrupt Decay it. Eh. It's important. Like, it could be very relevant. Because, like, then my opponent's forced to chump block with Fought Knot. Rather than not, you know. We're still, like, super favored, but that was really bad. I should have, like, played the Dark Confidant attack, and then my opponent's forced to block, because they know I could Abrupt Decay Confidant and then eat it, since I have more than enough mana to do that. I can Decay it in response to Fought Knots here. Oh. Right, but the problem is, like, I could play around Fought Knots here, but like playing the Dire Fleet the turn before, but that's not that great because what if my opponent has Displacer, right? Then I have like I don't really care about Fought Knots here because I'm gonna eventually win through it, but I do care about like the other cards because I may not. Like that line is only good against Fought Knots here, of which they have, you know, 3 in the deck, and it's worse against everything else in my view. So. Like, imagine if they went, like, yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't like lines against, like, one card when, like, it's better against the rest. Okay, we have Brutality. Let's just finish this farce. They know we have it, so should be good. Cool. Right, 2-1. Man, this stream. Seems okay versus all his top decks. Let's see. It's bad versus Tide Hollow. But then I guess you attack anyway. Yeah, it's still bad against Tide Hollow. There's no Reality Smashers in those decks. What do you think about Modern overall? Well, clearly I'm a fan of the format if I'm playing 30 different decks in 30 days. Flicker Wisp? Yeah, if he Flicker Wisp, then I want access to that additional removal spell. So, because then I can Dire Fleet and Path that. I think it's fine. Yeah. Right. My line was to Dire Fleet because then my opponent can't jump with Shambling Vent, because then I can get the Path and Path the Shambling Vent because my opponent can't block. Like if my opponent literally has nothing, they can jump and reanimate, so I get rid of both Shambling Vents in one fair swoop. So that was like the logic behind it. It was only bad against Fought Knots here in that point. We're on the play. Well, this is a funny hand. This hand is like if one of these hands was anything, well, it would be great. This hand is depending on how good Blood Sun is. Keeping this would be really... I think keeping this would be like some kind of special. I mean, this beats some decks in Modern. It beats Valakut. I like to see how good Blood Sun is. Let's have some fun. This is like... I think this... Do not do this at home is my advice on this hand. But yeah. This is a terrible hand. I should never have kept this. I mean, it doesn't really matter what, depending on what this discards. Mountain. Okay, that is no deck I know. No deck I know has triple basic with Faithless Looting. Oh, music died. I guess I could put Mega Man X. Songs were not as... The stream has been so long, I had to like just reload the music multiple times. It's green, black, mid-range, so yeah. Mardu Pyro doesn't usually run this many basic mountains, so... If they do, like, that's all of them for sure. Here, what do we want? I guess Stomping Ground, since we have all the others. So to give a bit of variety. Okay, yeah, play Tarmogoyf. Safe to fetch basic. Oh, right, because they could have Blood Moon. You're right. I should have fetched a basic land. That was actually a really spot-on analysis right there. 100% should have fetched a basic land. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. I have not seen this deck before, but yeah. That was like super bad on my part. You're right. I should have fetched a basic. I didn't even like consider like Blood Moon for some reason there, and that was super wrong on me. I had the opportunity to fetch a basic, and I decided, you know what? I don't need that basic. Whatever. Blood Moon decks, yeah. But yeah, I made a huge mistake there. Like, obviously, fetching a basic would have been good. This is probably doing nothing, but at least draws a card and was castable. Yeah, but like, if I got like a basic Forest, I would have been able to cast a Semikin Tarmogoyf and like this, like that turn rather than Blood Sun, and like put pressure. As it stands, yeah. Mono red control with Pyritic Ritual. No, it's not control. There's a Scred deck. You can't play Pyritic and call yourself a control deck. That is not true. That is not possible. Cycle. Ooh, Forest. That was great. What a draw. Right here. Boom. Chandra, Bridge, Rabble. No, that's Mono Red Prison. That's a prison deck. Control does not play Pyritic Ritual. I refuse for a Pyritic Ritual deck to be called a control deck. All in red. Yes, that is the name of those decks. No way otherwise. Yeah. But basically, Forest was really good there. So it turned out we didn't need to fetch it because we were going to draw it, so it's fine. Stormbreath Dragon or something random that I haven't heard of before. Oh, Bridge, right. Yeah, sure. We have like 2 Swamps and a Decay, so let's just sit back. Yeah, it's Mono Red Prison for sure. No way you play like Bridge and... Yeah, this is... I think it's the same as calling Lantern Control. It's a Lantern is not a control deck. It's a prison deck. So we have 2 turns basically to draw into Swamp Abrupt Decay. Okay, we're dead. No, oh wait. Nothing we can do saves us from this. But we could play the Tarmogoyf anyways and just kind of hope. Chandra? Okay, well, we're not going anywhere now. Well, no creatures died, so if my opponent's probably just going to plus Mountain. Yeah, sure. You can have... Yeah, if you're playing in this deck, Seeming Saga and Mount Scopel are fine. I don't mind them. But yeah, we should have... yeah, so this is obviously coming out. These decks seem really bad, though, especially post-board. Like, what happens when your Blood Moon's not good? Like, I guess, like, game 1 it's okay, but, like, post-board you're in, like, trouble. Yeah, discard Pulse Decay seems really strong. Wow, we're dead. I mean, my opponent's gonna just get there eventually. Like, it's fine. Alright, right, Grudges seem great. Chandra seems good, because it's a mono-red threat. Blood Sun seems terrible. Terminate's probably not very good. Decay seem okay. We can board out some pushes. Haunted Master's okay. They only have Pyretic on stuff, right? So, like, I could keep in like a Terminate, I guess, but we are boarding in already. Like this can just get us a Faithless Looting. It's totally, and it's a 2/1 body that like casts through red, so it looks totally fine. I could like do a Brutality, but that's not very good. Brutality, push. Blood Sun doesn't shut down Cough, no. Unless I play it afterwards. If they ultimate Cough though, I'm in trouble. No, Fleet is like, you can get Faithless Looting out of their graveyard. So it's not that bad. It's also like a 2/1 for Striker, and I'm struggling to find a card to reboard in. So I guess they're gonna board in a creature against me, so I could keep in Terminate as a hedge. Brutality would be okay, but like they play like, yeah, I guess Brutality would be okay, but it doesn't like get the cards I care about, which are the Walkers, Ensnaring Bridge, and Planeswalkers. Yeah, okay, we'll keep this. Hazard like can eventually get there, and does have ace, and is castable. But yeah, this should be a good matchup once you start drawing like cards that are relevant, like discard spells. Thoughtseize, Grut, yeah, okay. We don't have a way to fetch, unfortunately, so we'll keep. We don't have red mana, but our opponent's gonna like Blood Moon us. That's all fine. Yeah, this is all in red, for sure. Yeah, not being able to fetch a basic here is awkward, but yeah, it's fine. What can you do? We have Thoughtseize and Confront. Like, it's not getting much better than this, so. Right, Anger. I'm just gonna put Cough. I don't care about Bridge. I care about Cough or Anger. Cough shouldn't be a problem because we have Grudge and we can kill this Bridge. Anger kills our Dark Confidant. And we have no fetch lands, so this Tarmogoyf goes only a 2/3. Yeah, let's... Or 1/2 actually if we take Anger. I guess we'll take the Anger here. I did notice that we have no red to cast Fruit and Snaring Bridge, but I think that like the Grudge, but we have like time with Confidant. We have another Thoughtseize. My opponent could like draw away to make this irrelevant, like as in like they could like get a ritual, but like look, if they have a ritual, they have a ritual, and this like looks at one more card. For sure it's correct to wait here. Okay, let's see if we can draw like something that gets us to a red mana of some sort. Okay, Shelter Thicket, that's okay. Shelter Thicket's a bit slow, which is the only problem here. And I really want to Thoughtseize this Cough. I'm like 100% of Thoughtseize this turn, so I should do that actually first, and then make a judgment. Thoughtseize myself? Oh yeah, sure. So I put out Desperate and decided not to play Bridge. Okay, well I don't care about Desperate. I guess like the extra cards are kind of nice. I gotta like take the Cough, I think. Like I don't really care about the Bridge. Yeah, the Cough is what we need to would be worried about. Okay, so my opponent's probably gonna play Bridge next turn. I don't really want to take too much damage from this Goyf. Sorry, from this Overgrown Tomb. And this is a tap land. I think the sequence is better if I played this. My other line there was my actually best line there was to play Tarmogoyf tap land. That was actually the best line. Because then if he coughs, we can kill the cough. And if he bridges, we can also kill the bridge. So that was like the best line was to Goif. Right, Desperate Ritual? What is this for? What kind of 4-drop is this? Cough? Okay. Chalice for 2. Oh dear god. The top deck Chalice? That is brutal. Ah, come on, really? Chalice for 2 is brutal. It stops Grudge. Ugh. We have like Pulse and Grudge, and not Grudge, Decay, so it's not like lights out, but we need to like now draw these cards rather than before when we didn't have to. And it punishes me even harder for not like playing the Tarmogoyf. Because like my opponent had multiple cards they could play, so I should have like definitely gone Goif tap land. That was like by far the best line, and now I'm getting like super punished. Because like now my opponent plays Bridge, which doesn't stop Confidant though, so that's okay. Yeah, I mean for sure I can draw the card. It's just like I'm putting myself in like a losing position because I play badly. We got Decay thankfully, so it won't matter too much. Decay this garbage. Yeah, you can counter this if you want. That's fine. Now I'm probably going to play a Goif, because if my opponent has another Chalice, they have another Chalice. I don't know what more to do here. Tarmogoyf is a 4-5. Like, we need to start dealing pressure, especially with this Confidant in play. Right, play Goif. Right. For opponent Blood Moons, we have, like, Grudges and stuff, so it's okay. Right, so the bridge is gone. Okay, looting. I think they have an extra land, so they're gonna discard it. Yeah, but yeah, I played that so horribly. I would have dealt like way more damage this way as well. Oh well. As I answered this already. Anything with Spreading Seas has been good for me. It doesn't Merfolk, blue white, not Blood Moon, but yeah, not Blue Moon, but yeah. Those decks have been great for me. Just point blank. Inquisition, Stomping Ground. Well, we definitely want to grudge this. How much I know. And then I probably want to like get the Liliana down, even though it's damage. The Liliana on their last card actually sounds pretty good. Make sure they have like as little option as they can have. We'll discard. I guess Inquisition's not going to do much here. Anger? Okay, sure. Yeah. Might as well get rid of that. Stops my damage. We have Lightning Bolt anyways, so whatever. Yeah. Blue-white has been really impressive to me. To be honest, the results kind of match the decks I liked. There wasn't a deck that I liked apart from maybe Adnos because the meta was bad. That I think, like, the results do match. There was only Gristle Shoalbrand that went 5-0 that I didn't really like. Kind of anything in the list that went 4-1 or above has like been good for me. Okay, we win that match, cool. The As Foretold Living End deck surprised me. Living End actually impressed me in general. Okay, so we did better there. The Terminate is probably not doing anything. I wonder if I just play Brutality as a drain too. Like it gets anger. Yeah, it's probably better than Terminate. I didn't see like anything that suggests that I shouldn't play Brutality over some of the other stuff. Submit. I guess technically Bloodsun cantrips. That might have been the best line. Okay. Well, this doesn't have discard, but it has other types of interaction. This is super bad if my opponent goes Blood Moon turn 2. That's what this hand is super weak against. And this is increasing the chances of that. So sadly, not much I can do about it. Let me think here. I'm gonna need all these lands, but I might have to cycle this if I get Blood Mooned. So I think this is the best line, and then pass with this up. It's kind of awkward. Yeah, we get Blood Mooned. Yay, fun interactive magic. Woohoo. Oh, Magus. Oh, that is brutal. This is a dagger. Magus is a lot more beatable because there's Lightning Bolt in our deck. So let's play this, and our plan is to cycle Canyon Slough. Am I just not trying hard enough? I think like there's more people preparing for the Pro Tour right now, so the average... Okay, so they're doing Chalice on 1 to avoid Bolt, okay. The average person preparing for the Pro Tour makes the Modern Leagues harder. Also, Legacy is a lot more seamly because every deck has Brainstorm. While in Modern you don't have Brainstorm. Right, so here, cycle... Actually, 1 second, I could just grudge this. Yeah, we'll cycle here, actually. Cycling is fine. I want to see more cards. Whoop whoop. Okay, we can... Well, my opponent has Faithless Lootings and stuff, so I can just pass the turn and grudge that later. Every second day. You're still playing Brainstorms like half the time. I'm playing Brainstorms 0% of the time. But yeah. Yeah, this counters... So they Chalice for 1, countering their own Faithless Looting. That's kind of funny. If we ever get a Lightning Bolt, though, we're in insane shape. Because we get to crack these Verdant Catacombs. I don't have a removal spell for this swamp. Let me think here what I want to do, because I have no way to remove this Magus right now. So, like, what would be the black card I would want to play here? Inquisition doesn't get, like, some of the big cards. Okay. Cast Bob, I mean... Bob gets us closer and is a blocker to avoid taking damage. There's not really a way for to deal with basic swamp, I guess. So yeah, we might as well. Yeah, they have anger, which is yeah fine. That's all they play is anger. That seems terrible. Yeah, I think I want to like Inquisition them after they Faithless Looting. I know my yeah. So yeah, that's doubling up. Okay, so now my opponent could attack. My opponent should have attacked first and then play Blood Moon, because like 100% would block here. But then, oh no, because it enables these Verdant Catacombs, so yeah, that's not good. Okay, this Confidant might kill us. It's not doing so now. Okay, so... We could Inquisition our opponent here. That seems fine. Might as well. Anger. Well, that's kind of funny. Okay. Cliffs and pass. I'm not attacking. Since that's not the way we want this to go. Mountain. Okay. They should flash back the Faithless thing they had. Okay. I'm pretty sure my opponent's not playing this correctly. They could like... Because they have... Like, they can force me not to have the choice here. Okay. Well, we'll eventually draw to something. Opponent should, like, really kill this. This is, like, our best out. Like, they should have angered a long time ago. Chandra, have fun. Kill this Confidant. Nope. You want to do something else? Okay. Green source is nuts. But it's a tough decision because this Chandra is problematic. I could like attack the Chandra for 2 here actually and then play Goyf. How big is this Goyf? Sorcery, instant, land, artifact. So it's a 4/5. So my opponent could use Chandra to kill the Goyf, but that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, so my opponent could like kill all this stuff. I don't want to. I don't want to decay. I want to until I get more information because like the Magus is a lot easier to kill. We could also Inquisition our opponent's anger. That's what we'll probably do. Inquisition their anger and play Tarmogoyf. Yeah. So now we attack Chandra, and once we get rid of this Blood Moon, that like hell is gonna unleash. Nope, no blocks? Okay. Well, we don't have that much removal, I guess, so it's fair not to block. Okay, Chandra's at free. Inquisition, your anger. So I get rid of that option from you. Bye-bye. And then Tarmogoyf. There's no rush to Abrupt Decay here, since Abrupt Decay goes through Chalice anyways. Yeah, my opponent should have killed this Confidant very long time ago, and they didn't, which was great for me. So now they flash back Faithless Looting. Yeah, if they drew a land, flashing this back makes total sense. They should have probably plus this first. Unless their plan is to minus. Add red. Bridge, okay. Well, we have Grudge for... Oh, wait, we have Grudge. I didn't have 6 yet, did I? Okay, I have 6. We have, like, tons of mana, so it's not so bad to, like, not cast a Grudge end of turn. Oh, second basic forest. Hello. Sailor. Okay. So now we're only missing the second black. Actually, now that I think about it, like, once we're not on their Blood Moon, this deck does nothing, so it's all good. Right, so... I could show them the second Grudge, or I could use this one from the graveyard. 1 second. I want to use Tarmogoyf and Abrupt Decay this turn, so let's just use the second Grudge. I should have cracked the Catacombs there, that was bad. Okay, so now I can just enchant Chandra with this Tarmogoyf. Since my opponent's kind of forced to chump. Yep, bye-bye Magus. You will not be missed. I'm gonna like wait on the Abrupt Decay on Blood Moon. Because like I can't crack my fetches because I tap badly. This also gives me space for Grudge. And also we're not really like needing to do anything here. Like we have like plenty of stuff. Probably definitely needed that Chandra for a turn. But they played this bad. They gave the Confidant, which got me the basics, so... Right, top card is a Chandra. Well, probably not. Not better to decay than Magus. If we can get rid of the Chandra, like that's all. Like of the Blood Moon later, that's all fine. You know, the decay also gives us an out to Chalice, which then means we have an out to Infinite Bridges. Getting rid of Chandra now? There was no rush. Like. Yeah, like, see? This is what happens. Like, you're gonna win eventually. Like, I just wanted to make sure we had Decay for Chalice. Because that was, like, how we could lose. So that's why I didn't want to Decay the Blood Moon. Or like, Decay the Magus. Is because if they go for Chalice on 2, there's a possibility we lose. Otherwise, we're just gonna win because we have a bunch of creatures and Ancient Grudges. So there's nothing our opponent can do. So I want to make sure I just had answers to Chalice. Okay, one last match, woohoo! Then I have to think if I'm gonna do like a late show. Like I might not do the summary right away. I might get dinner first, and then I might do like the late show, Friday night late show. Would people be up for that? Like if I did like after this game, I got some dinner, relaxed, and then like I did like a show on like all the 30 decks rather than doing it right after, because they're gonna be a bit cranky and want to like go through, which is not good. I think if I have like dinner, relax, chill, and then like come back and do like the late show at like 11 p.m. or something. Like the modern late show. Like what all the decks were, like the summary and all that stuff. I think that would be good. This is like, by the way, this is the last game. No matter what, like we've got 30 days on like 30 modern decks. This is the final game. Like, this is it. This is the end. We're finally reaching the end. So, like, come on. Let's hype this up a bit. Yeah, so yeah, that was why. Like, I figured like my opponent couldn't win with any of their walkers because my creatures were so big. So yeah. Thanks for the compliment on coverage stuff. That's awesome. I will be covering GP Toronto, which is also modern. A little closer to home than California. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Okay. This is it. This is the final match. Yeah. Okay. Well, we have Thoughtseize, push, ooze, so we're going to keep, since this hand is probably good against most decks. So this tells me they could be on burn, although it's very unlikely. Which game's GP is higher EV? DreamHack or Magic? Well, the thing is, I actually prepare when I go to the Hearthstone tournament, so that's probably higher EV for that reason. Like, they're probably on Minor Pyromancer. If they're on Pyromancer, like, pushing their Pyro is good. Because next turn my hand's forced. It's more like a tempo thing, like... But then, like, they have a bunch of removals, so I don't really want to, like, go push plus Confidant anyways. I think it's okay to start with a Thoughtseize, and then we can decide what we want to do. If they're on burn, like, these Thoughtseizes are bad. Oh, they're on... Oh, wow, yeah, okay. This is a totally different deck. Well, we can't really deal with this Geist with our hand, so we're kind of forced. Our creatures are not surviving, so that is something to keep in mind. Yeah, let's just get rid of the Hexproof Threat. Okay, we're against Jeskai. So yeah, these creatures probably will die. Okay, you can probably put that tap. You don't need to take some damage here. So I could play Confidant and then like have the plan to ooze, but the ooze needs to be with like 2 activations, and then my opponent paths anyways. So we're probably just gonna develop my mana base rather than walk into my opponent's plan, and we're gonna like Thoughtseize a little later down the line. Like, once we know what our opponent has. It's like, I don't really want to Thoughtseize, like, at these junctures. Okay, they have, like... Because, like, they have, like, path, bolt. So, like, what's the point of Thoughtseizing, really? Let's get a red source. We have black, so Stomping Ground. We have a lot of black, though, so... I'm fine with getting a Blood Crypt for now. Wait, 1 second. We need, like, green for this, right? Okay, Stomping Ground, then. Just realized we need a green for ooze. Lightning Bolt? Okay, well that's not the draw we want. So now, Fatal Push kills Queller. It doesn't really kill much else. My opponent has 2 paths. This is kind of a tough turn. I think passing is the right line, though. We're just gonna pass. Yeah, this just seems like budget consideration. You clearly should play like one of the other 12 fetches in your color combination. We're gonna have to take this game a little slowly. Island? Okay. Basically, I want to Thoughtseize on the turn I'm trying to resolve something a little key. We have bolts, so I don't really need to worry about Queller anymore. Let's see. If I Confidant, pretty sure my opponent's going to Lightning Bolt it. And then they have access to Snap Bolt. We're just going to pass here. Awkward if they like go for Geist, of course, because we... Yeah. Our hand's not designed against Geist. They clearly have not much. Okay, so... the push is probably going to kill a Culinary or something later. Let's just filter our deck from lands. We can get a Blood Crypt here. We need black mana anyways. Yeah, both of us have like a ton of removal, so... But that advantages my opponent more because they have Snapcaster Cryptic, which don't care about removal. I could also not get a second red. No, a second red's good. We already have... Let me think here. I could get an Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, let's just get more green, I guess. Terminate? Okay. I might do something next turn since I'm not hitting my land drop, but yeah, there's no real point in doing much here. Like, I would have like jammed a Liliana if I had one a lot earlier, but not the case. Okay, our opponent finally missed their land drop. Hazoret. Okay, so our plan is to get this online at some point. So, because that's the case, we're gonna Thoughtseize now. This is a good turn to Thoughtseize, because then we're gonna Dark Confidant, which is gonna get killed. And then like some sequencing will happen. Like, this is not gonna survive anyways, so Electrolyze? Holy smokes, free path to Exiles. Okay, we're gonna take Electrolyze because it draws a card. Dear God. What kind of nightmare have I opened here? We have to get through these paths somehow. Let me see, what can I do with my deck to get through these things eventually? I have to like get a Liliana basically. That's like the only way to like really fight through this stuff. Because like this is gonna get bolted, which is not like where I want to be. And this will get pathed. I guess we have to start fighting through. So like Confidant runs into Bolt, and then it could Ooze, but that runs into Path. Right. Let's start the horror train. Let's go. Yeah. So my opponent's gonna Lightning Bolt this. Hazoret, yeah. The third path, like we could be two paths. The third one is where like things get bad. It was possible also our opponent pathed because with 2 bolts they have a plan if they draw a Snapcaster. Direfleet Daredevil. Okay. The plan for this Daredevil is to get an Electrolyze out of the graveyard. Since the bolt is not really going to do much. So I could play the Scavenging Ooze here, which would force a path. So it's getting us closer to the land we need for this. So we're not going to use this Ooze. So that we don't get it bolted. We're just going to play it, and there's no need to do anything. If our opponent paths it, then I'm going to exile the Electrolyze, and probably... Well, I can't exile a path. Maybe gaining a life is good here. A point of life, of course. Right, so don't do anything. Our opponent's going to like try to bolt it. That would be really bad. Bolting this would be horrible. Pathing it is fine. Why? This is clearly wrong. Like, there's 2 creatures. So my opponent just gave up a bolt for free. Unless there's, like, some cunning plan I haven't thought of. Or they have, like, a Lightning Helix, I guess. Yeah, that was not good. Clearly, I was trying to get one of your paths. Clearly, I'm gonna get it. Unless you have, like, a Snapcaster Mage or something. But even then, you're only getting a Lightning Bolt back. And we have, like, tons of removal, so yeah. Right, and now we can get our own Dark Confidant. Right, that was great. So this Ooze was basically a Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, that's fine. That's why they did it, is just so they could like play their own Bolt, but that doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, sure, you don't get any snap value from doing this. I guess you like. Because you're trading like the Snapcaster and a Lightning Bolt, like that just seems, for this Ooze, that just seems terrible. Which you could have easily killed otherwise. I guess you really don't want me to have a land? Okay, we have Decay. I really want to flashback this Electrolyze. Like, I think drawing a card is more important than anything else right now, so we're going to just get pass here. I'll probably push the Snap since we have Terminate for a Colonnade. Opt, okay. Yeah, we don't want to take too much random damage here. Also, the Daredevil on Opt is totally fine, for what it's worth. Hey. Push. This is obviously a bad sequence if my opponent has a second Snapcaster, since we have to Sorcery Speed ours, or something to get rid of it. We're just gonna play this though. My opponent has Queller. It's kind of awkward, but fine. Because if they go Queller, then we can like kill the Queller at like some random point and get like something and like turn this into actual Snapcaster. What's the K4? Like, I guess it's just a card. Like, you're playing mid-range cards, so clearly. But I'm getting punished for not fetching a Blood Crypt earlier. We needed the second green, though, for Scavenging Ooze, and I would have, like, fetched the Stomping Ground if I could have. Maybe I should have fetched the... Okay, so... Get the Opt. And then my opponent snaps? No. Okay, they don't have a Snapcaster, that's great. Opt. Blood Crypt. Blood Crypt is close to what we want. It's a land. Like, and we have a lot of red cards. But we're gonna, like, draw into a bunch of lands later, so... I think we bottom the Blood Crypt. Inquisition? Okay, Inquisition gets us a path, most likely. Actually, yeah, because this isn't Fotsy, so he can't get, like, Cryptic. Why push Snapcaster instead of decaying it? They have Spellcaller in their deck. Case in point. This is gonna be nice later when we kill this. Do you want to path this? Wow, okay, you drew another Lightning Bolt. So let me get this straight. Instead of, like, bolting me, which would have been a really good plan, you decided to bolt my creatures. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, so now we can, like, Inquisition a path away. Oh, wow, cool. So, let's see what we do here. I kind of want to, like, okay, we can Inquisition now, and then the plan is to Abrupt Decay on my opponent's upkeep or draw. Probably, okay, Opt, sure. Stop on... we can stop on opponent's turn, I guess. It's fine. Right. Lightning Helix me? Okay. Right, so what's our stop? I think, like, getting a one of these paths on upkeep is totally fine. So we're gonna stop on opponent's turn. But, like, the draw step gives me more information. I'll do draw. If my opponent has a counterspell, then so be it. Yeah, okay. We'll take a path. Then we're gonna Abrupt Decay this, most likely. Yeah. Blood Sun, huh? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna Abrupt Decay this Queller. Because then if they draw, like, Geista Saint Trap, this is, like, super good for us. And if they have another Queller, we can just bolt the Queller. Okay. So we can cast this. Okay, they drew a land. Sure. So they're down to one path. Okay, they're down to one path Inspire Bluff, which they should clearly play it, right? Okay. We're getting close. We're getting close to where Hazoret's good. We just need one more discard spell. That's not it, but it's okay. Or, like, one more Fred. Like, our opponent's going to be forced to do something. Do I want to play this Lightning Bolt out? Like, it's going to start helping the Hazoret. I don't think so, though. My opponent's win conditions are all boltable. Okay, so cycle this. Leave up a little bit of everything. Daredevil? Oh, Daredevil's interesting. There's another Opt in there, so how about we do that? Just Opt. 1 second. Our opponent has 2 cards. We could wait a turn. Like, because I think we're super far ahead. Like, I'd rather not run into something this turn. Okay, 2 cards. Right. Maybe that was a mistake. Probably an error. Okay, Blood Sun's interesting because it cantrips. So I probably should have done the Daredevil first, actually. Oh well. Let's play it before it's too late. Let's just play it now with an Opt. I could also get the Electrolyze. Or tap me out. I think that's fine. Let's get that Electrolyze. It's the only card in my opponent's graveyard that really cantrips and deals damage, so... Right, pass. If our opponent passed this, we're in like easy street. They shouldn't though. They're at like 20. They have tons of time. Yeah, do that. I'm gonna play this Blood Sun at some point because it gets my opponent's colonnades. Okay. Dark Confidant's super awkward at this point though. One second, let's do this properly. Because like we're at 9 life, so it's a bit awkward. Opponent could easily decide they want to get rid of it. Okay, so Blood Sun, yeah, they just stack their land, of course. Might as well before it comes into play. They didn't need to fetch a basic for what it's worth, but yeah, they can if they want. Can this resolve? I don't... Are you gonna... Like, okay, my opponent has Spell Queller. That's useful information. No other card would tank. Cryptic would not want to counter this because it's not powerful enough. Queller is like the only card that would counter this. Because like, he's thinking... Because it's the only card that involves the thought process in this exact spot. So my opponent has Queller, very clearly. Okay, we... of course. Like, the first card we draw off Blood Sun is, like, has been Verdant Catacombs, I think, twice already. It's kind of really funny, I find. Okay. We might have to play it because of Hazoret, but we can... Right, so... I'm gonna play this Confidant, because most of my opponents are likely to path this rather than leave it in play. Right. What is this? Queller? Cryptic? Cryptic counter draw. Okay, I mean, can't really stop that. That's fine. Hazoret will eventually maybe get there. Man, where's... We have 3 Lilianas. One of them would have been really strong a little earlier. Oh, you're gonna finally path this? No, you're gonna Snapcaster. Or Queller here. Electrolyze? Oh, that's brutal. That's a brutal draw for us. It just they're like on tempo as well. There's not much point in playing Verdant except for Hazoret. I can always kind of play it, I'm pretty sure, later. And if we have Liliana, I want to discard that. Okay, so Cryptic into Electrolyze. Let me skip this song. Sitting there with like every removal spell in the sun. Oh, we can play Blooming Marsh. Man. Quelled? No, we got hit by Cryptic into Electrolyze. I'm not sure they should have Cryptic. The path was probably better there. I wonder why they're keeping this path for so long. Like, this isn't like gold compared to Cryptic Command. Cryptic Command is liquid gold. That card is okay, but like, I have no creatures. Dear God, I drew both Verdants? I drew all 4 Verdants. I clearly don't want to like run my Hazoret into a path, so we're gonna just wait. I haven't seen like a path be this conserved in a long time. I guess like my opponent just wants to draw a card off this, but you know. But like, this stops everything. Like, why would you not want to keep this? This card is so important. Okay, let's just cycle this. No, we're gonna do this. It's not. Corrupt Decay. This is gonna take a long time to get there. We have a lot of mana. I guess we pass. Our opponent has 2 Geists in their deck, and they have Snapcaster Bolts and stuff, so we're not gonna win the like super long game. Yeah. Thoughtseize puts us to very close to death, but it does look at my opponent's hand and maybe like allows my Hazoret to start being good. My opponent has 2 bolts. This is awkward, of course. I just lose. Queller? Queller is totally fine. Yeah, we're gonna let the Queller resolve. Then we're gonna decay the Queller. Because we have 1, 2. We still have 4 mana? Yeah, that's fine. Decay the Queller. Yeah, like, what if you still had this cryptic command? You'd be in good shape. Okay, maybe my opponent just has a bunch of lands that they're using to protect themselves versus Lily. But then they shouldn't have played this. I don't think they have lands. I think they have action. What is this, cryptic? Yeah, cryptic counter draw, sure. Should just started with that. I clearly have too much removal. Oh my god. One day, maybe. We also didn't draw a Goyf. That's actually kind of nuts. Like, we drew like... Yeah, because they exiled only my Dark Confidant with Path. So, was it even with Path? Yeah, probably. It's kind of nuts. Yeah, if you have Lightning Helix my face, is good. Yeah, like, we still have, like, every Goyf, a news, free Lilies. So, like, we drew, like, a lot of our not action. Well, we're gonna die to this if we don't draw a Lily. We can beat this card if we draw exactly Lily. And my opponent doesn't have, like, cryptic stuff. Okay, cool. Karma Goyf is okay, because my opponent will probably path this. Probably. Okay, now I need to empty my hand. Which I'll do on, like, the angels that are going to come out of this. I could, like, play the Verdant here. I think it's fine. If I have Lily, I'm definitely minusing anyways. Yeah, we drew pretty poorly, I'd say, on the fret count. Like, a Tarmogoyf earlier would have allowed his Hazoret to thrive. Right, Path, finally. Finally you're gone. Dear God, it took you a while. Right, Forest. Yeah, we have, like, so many frets left in the deck, it's unreal. But I really have not liked the use of my opponent's first Cryptic. It kind of snowballed them into a game they might lose. Alright, so they're going to attack with Geist, and we clearly have something to deal with this. Angel, because, you know, we had like 1,000 cards. If this gets killed, we have Terminate. If the Terminate gets quelled or something, we have Bolts. Or Bolts. Right, okay. Really would like a discard spell, but probably not going to get one. I put it at 16, so this Hazoret would be on defense anyways. How many cards do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands? I'm kind of forced to bolt once at least, right? If I have 8. No, I'm not. I have... How much red do I have? I only have 2 red. Yeah, I'm forced to bolt once. My opponent has Snapcaster Cryptic, they win, of course. Or Goyf. Okay, Tarmogoyf is okay. This is the card I can cast. That's cheap. I basically have to run out this Hazoret now, no matter what. I can't wait any longer. It's not going to attack, though. We'll just stay back. Cryptic or Snap Cryptic. Logic Knot? That would be... Yeah, Logic Knot would make sense. For 6? Yeah, I can't pay 6, so you're good. Yeah. I couldn't wait anymore, because, like, if they have, like, Snap, Cryptic, I need both. Yeah, drawing a Liliana earlier might have been good. Just to... That's also the other thing, is, like, my opponent had tons of paths. Like, what happens if I go, like, Liliana of the Veil? Like, then your hand is useless. Yeah, they drew the last one, that's why they were, like... so keen on like using their path. I don't think they should have done that. Like they were super weak to like a top deck from Liliana of the Veil for like most of that game. So like I think they should have kept both bolts because like they were important. They definitely shouldn't have bolted the scavenging moves. That was wrong. Okay, well, I am forced to terminate this. At least we'll know if our opponent has a counterspell, since I won't win against one. If they don't stop this, then they don't. Okay, they don't have snap. They don't have counterspell, so I know that much. I'm gonna need a Liliana, or apparently I'm dead anyways. Oh, they already. Okay, like I don't even understand this attack. Then it's fine. They had everything, unfortunately for us. Okay. Huntmaster's okay. It dies to Bolt and stuff, but it's 2 bodies. Hazoret, like, dies to Path, but not much else. And we can just overload their paths with brutalities, too. Chandras are good. What a ludicrous game that was. Pushes are bad. Bolts are probably fine, because... Bolts are fine, though, because they kill Queller pretty efficiently. Decays are also bad. So, like... Bloodsuns are okay. They stop Colonnade and they stop Fetch lands later in the game, and they have more than me. So the games go longer, so our curve's going up. Pulse is interesting. It's only good against certain things. And, like, I don't think they have Search for Scanner. That was an insanely long game. So, I have... And Bloodsun kind of covers that angle, so we'll do this. I was wrong on everything. Well, no, like... Like, it doesn't matter, right? Like, I'm playing from the perspective of I haven't lost this game. Like, because they don't... Like, the way they're playing is like, okay, they don't have these cards because they would have won the game by playing one of these cards. So, like, my opponent just decided to win in a more creative fashion. But, like, there was nothing I could have done, fundamentally, there. But they were definitely wrong about keeping Path and using Cryptic on, like, a random creature earlier. Like, yeah, it was a Goyf. Yeah, they should have definitely used the Path. Like, Cryptic only gets hit by Thoughtseize. Like, what happens if I top deck an Inquisition? Or, like, a Liliana? Like, that, like when my opponent played Cryptic instead of Path, that was, like, incredibly wrong. Because, yeah, they were, like, super far ahead if they didn't do that. Like, the Path deals with a Goyf easily. Or the, yeah. Oh, man. No, they Cryptic a Dark Confidant? Yeah, that was weird. That was super bad. They could have easily pathed the Confidant. Like, what does it matter that I get an extra land? I'll skip this. It's a little... So, yeah. Like, it didn't matter that I was wrong there because I'm playing from the assumption that I'm still winning that game. Once I'm wrong, I'm lost. It's not like I can play around these cards or anything anyways. It's kind of... It is entertaining, I guess, in that sense. Right, let's play first. Oh, dear God. Double basic swamp. That's kind of a dagger. I can't keep this. We have a really good hand if one of these was a dual land of any sort. Like, I think it could have been any land in my deck that was in a swamp. It would have been good. I can't keep. I can't give, like, that much time to my opponent. This is a little closer to what we want, but it's very slow. No, let's skip this. Oh, this also has lyrics. Let me skip. I usually skip lyrics songs a lot of the time. Alright, we'll keep. And Thoughtseize is pretty strong, so we're going to keep that. I think our line is to play Blackcleave, pass, start with Collective. And then if we draw a land, Thoughtseize plus Fret. Otherwise, well, we'll figure it out. We definitely want to start with Collective here, because it doesn't take Search if my opponent does have that card in their deck. But it's the most mana efficient play this turn. They have Geist and 2 snaps. Okay, so we can Thoughtseize. We're gonna have to Thoughtseize that Geist next turn. Unless we draw, like, we had Liliana, that'd be sick, but we don't. Okay, so Hallowed Fountain tap. That's fair. So now, land is great. That was a great draw. So now we can Thoughtseize our opponent's Geist of Saint Draft. Do they have Queller? Well, Queller's fine. Right, so they have Queller. We know about that. Right, and now we want to play... I want to say Ooze, because then it prevents Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, Ooze this turn seems good. Goyf is, like, pretty close to the same anyways. Yeah, so let's play Ooze here. Yeah. We want to do it before our opponent gets to like... Okay, they drew a Spire Bluff, so we know that. We don't want to play Goyf anyways into Queller right now. We can do it later though. Yep. Yeah. Better to use the ooze twice here, I think. Actually, if I run the Goyf into Queller... Yeah, but this is too convenient a turn for my opponent. I'd rather they have to make a bad choice. Like, this runs into what my opponent wants to do anyways. Even though, like, I would get rid of the card, technically. Relic? Okay, we have to react to this. We might as well exile this Electrolyze. I know it gives my opponent, like, additional life. But, actually, it's just mana efficient. It's a good reason to do it, if any. Right, so Relic comes down. My opponent could sack it. Blooming Marsh? Okay. I could run into my opponent's Queller and with the Lightning Bolt now though. We're gonna have no cards though, which is a problem. So yeah, my opponent Quellers here. Yep. The only problem is I can't really eat their Queller. So maybe it was correct to not do it at end of turn to keep that Electrolyzed, but I didn't want my opponent to have access to it. Right, so now we can Lightning Bolt this. And if my opponent uses Relic on themselves, I could... We exile a card? Oh, that's very generous of you. Thank you, sir. I guess this... let's exile Thoughtseize. So now I have a choice. I can, like, remove this Queller. Or I could keep the ooze in case my opponent top decks a bolt effect. I'm kind of tempted to, like, be cautious on a lightning bolt rather than make a 4/4 ooze necessarily. Actually, a 4/4 ooze is probably what I should have done. It's pretty close. Because now my opponent has the option because they have so much mana. Yeah, that's probably wrong. Also, playing the Marsh, not playing the Marsh was 100% correct. Because like now we have one less green mana. I guess. Okay, so my opponent could like Relic and block with Snap, and I can only like do a Verdant in response. So it's kind of awkward on this sense. So I'm kind of forced to just attack with Ooze here rather than run it, like trade my Goyf for a Snap. Okay. We should have played Marsh last turn, but whatever. Let's just play now. Yeah, of course we flood. Don't worry about that. Okay, so our opponent might want to crack the Relic at some point. On us, sure. So we're going to lose Sorcery. Yeah. I should have... Let's see what if they crack the Strand. Okay, then I should... exile the Queller here. Actually, it works into what they're trying to do again. Because like they might want to draw a card with this. But we still have mana to prevent like nonsense. So I think we should do it here. At least crack the Relic. Get rid of it for now. Okay, so our opponent let this happen, which makes this ooze pretty good. It makes the Goyf worse though. But also, I should have exiled the Lightning Bolt rather than the Sorcery. Even though it's very easy for my opponent to exile it later. Since a Lightning Bolt would at least... you know, save turn with. Like, as in it adds an instant to the graveyard. So yeah, that was a mistake. I should have done that. What did my opponent do? They topped the card? That is not good news. We're both, like, in top deck mode, and my opponent has 2 Snapcaster Mages. Well, they really shouldn't Snapcaster opt. For sure, that would be wrong. But, like, if I... Yeah, like, if I had kept, Yeah, my error there is like if I had kept the sorcery, this would be a free force, so at least my opponent would be forced to crack this relic out of existence. Is this Supreme Verdict? PN Karen, okay, well that's bad for me. It is beatable, but it's not good. I could like ooze, but like this time them gaining a life is not something I necessarily want, so yeah. Okay, we're gonna play this fetch land. That's easy because that counters their relic on our bolt, so we're at least safe from that. I could attack with a Tarmogoyf into the Pia, but then it dies because unfortunately I don't have anything else I can do. I can just make it a 1/2. It's not good enough. I could also attack with Scavenging Ooze into like Pia and the cohorts, which would then leave the Dark Confidant Supreme. So I think an attack here is okay. I can't attack with the Goyf though, sadly. So my opponent could choose to block here, but like if I have a removal, this is obviously awful. Okay, so they just take 4. I think that's a reasonable position. I shouldn't play the Confidant here. It's just gonna walk into like one of those tokens sacking. Well, we might as well like sacrifice this land to lose the land, but yeah, okay. We want more green, I guess, and more black, so Overgrown Tomb is good. Here you go. No. Alright, and then we lose the Overgrown Tomb, the Verdant Catacomb. We are like low on time, so I'm gonna have to speed up a little bit. I have to like just like keep myself always open because of ooze. I can't F6. Okay, so my opponent's plan is probably block Pia on Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I don't want to get the Opt right now, because then Goyf becomes worse, so yeah. Now, come on, Blooming Marsh, really? Not really what I need right now. I can't really attack, because then my opponent, like, as I said, can do this. They could also double sack to kill Ooze, but that's okay if they do that. Okay, we're just going to pass here. There's no real good attack, which sucks. Yeah, we'll lose the bolt. That's fine. What do we need? We need like something that isn't a land, that's for sure. But like, yeah, these tokens are a problem for us. An Inquisition or a Thoughtseize would actually be super powerful. No, that is a swamp. That is not what we're looking for. I should have played Booming Marsh there for what it's worth on the lands, since it was an extra green source. Opt is not good for us, but Opt top was bad. Top again? Ugh, that's not good. Yeah, well, our opponent has more, like, is gonna win in the late game because they have more filtering and snapcasters. Okay, we need to hit Blood Sun at some point. Yeah, because Colonnade plus these tokens are gonna be like more than enough pressure. I can remove an Opt semi-free here, so I'm gonna do that. They could technically kill the Goyf by removing their own Opt too, but yeah. Getting ludicrous. So I can't attack still, and this is really very sad. I guess like I could kill the Confidant, let it get killed, and start attacking again. Maybe that's what I should have done, is played the Confidant. But I can do so at some point, yeah. Yeah, this game is just tragic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. So we drew 9 lands out of 16 cards. That is very unfortunate for us. Okay, well, we have Blood Sun, so let's just cast this and see if it resolves. Because it kills a Colonnade. Colonnade, rather. My opponent has like tons of mana, so there's not really much of a point of like trying to play around it, Cryptic or anything. Cryptic, like, we're so low on resources that Cryptic is always going to destroy us. Okay. That's fine. So Colonnade's not an out anymore. And we have Brutality. Okay, so we can kick the Brutality as well. So target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn and reveal hand. Cast. If they have like an answer to this, it's super brutal, but yeah. To be fair, like that force wasn't gonna do much. This forces my opponent's hand to do something finally. Oh, Spell Snare. So they have 2 Snapcasters and a Spell Snare. Let's see, if I attacked... No, it's still not good. I could attack with a Goyf, I guess, but that would be bad, I think. It would end up with a Goyf dying pretty horribly. I think we can wait another turn, but not much longer. Probably gonna lose this match, which is kind of sad. Relic on us. Sure, we'll lose the forest. I wonder if they should have, like, kind of... Yeah. Yep, Poptures. Alright. Well, let's eat the opt so it's gone. And my opponent doesn't have that option. Since if we lose this sorcery anyways, we won't be able to, like, yeah, go further. Okay, we have 2 Dark Confidants. Let me think. This loses a Fopter, but it's probably fine. Like, cause then my Ooze can start attacking next turn. Like, yeah, I don't want to attack this turn though. Again, not really worth it. Right, we lose our collective. This is a lot of damage though, sadly, so this is 6, 7. Yeah, we're not going to a very high life total, but yeah. What's happening here? Geist? Well, that resolves. We don't have many answers to this, sadly, because of the setup. We can eat this. Yeah, we're losing this game. I could have like not eaten that too, I guess. Yeah, my opponent can kill me off any spell. Yeah, Inquisition. That's an interesting one. We could Inquisition. That starts getting us information on what's going on. Then we could like Liliana. There's just a few things we can do, but we're probably in bad spot. Okay, Logic Knot. My opponent's graveyard is not that stocked, so if we got a Snapcaster Mage, which we pretty much have to do because of this Ooze. Okay, we can eat this now. Right, and I can attack with everything. Yeah, the Relic's probably gonna crack finally. I should have maybe been more aggressive. I should have played that Dark Confidant earlier, because then I would have taken like a bunch less damage, and my Ooze would have been able to attack because it was a 5/5. So I played this game horribly. I should have like forced the action a little more. I should have played the Confidant earlier, because then my opponent has to either let me draw cards or kill it, and if they kill it, I can get the Ooze and start attacking a little more. So that was like my mistake there. Like I should have been more aggressive, and this is why I'm going to lose this game. Yeah, they block the Geist here because it's clearly correct with Relic. There is a world where... Yeah. My opponent could, like, use these Fopters, but they can only use one, so they're protected against Lily. What is this? Sack. So it kills the Confidant, which is okay. It's totally fine. Oh, right, but then crack the Relic, sure. And they have a Fopter to exile all cards. Okay, how much do we have? We need to like, yeah. So we're gonna make Liliana sack anyways. Yeah, so all cards get exiled. Right. Opponent's at 7. We might actually have a shot at this. Because we can Liliana minus here. And like my opponent's forced to sack this Fopter, then they go snap. We have a shot. We're not gonna win the match though. Yeah, we're gonna keep the Suze up. I should have tapped the Blackleaf Cliffs, of course, to give me more of a chance. Because then I have an extra green mana in case my opponent gets something. Path? I can't beat Path here. Opt I can beat. Well, they have like a ton of outs. Like any Bolt, any Path, Bolt Path, any burn spell or removal spell works. It's possible I should have just jammed the Confidant to block this Geist, actually. Since I lose to any... Royally? Kill the Lily? I'm at 8. That's not much life. Like... Why didn't I play the second Confidant? Because I miscalculated and time was running out. I wanted to use up the use, but I clearly mistapped if that was my plan, so yeah. I don't want my opponent to like snap an opt. That just seems bad news for me. Hotmaster is pretty sweet because it's life gain. What is this? Draw step clique? Oh my god, that was a draw. On me, right? Yeah. Well, we have like the Huntmaster might actually go. Okay, this is getting interesting. So my opponent has snap. Okay, how do we... Okay, I guess we attack first since my opponent has snap anyway, so I'd rather... Yeah. They're gonna block with Clique. Sure, so that's a lot of life gain, thankfully. They have Logic Knot, so I need to like start eating some cards here to like avoid a Logic Knot. We're at 6, so I definitely need to play the Confidant no matter what. And my opponent can Logic Knot for 4. Yeah. Like they could Logic Knot for 4, but that's okay. Oh, for 5, right? Because of the opt. There's nothing I can do really. Then, because I can like play the Chandra, but I lose. Oh no, I have Tarmogoyf. I can like stay at 1. This is fine. Okay, that gets countered. And then I can just eat my own Confidant. Go to 7. My opponent wins on like pretty much all the top decks. This is like game 2, by the way, not even game 3. If this was game 2, I'd be like, okay. Okay, we're at 1. I'm just gonna exile the Tarmogoyf. I can't imagine like... Actually, I could... No, I can't imagine really a spell that isn't opt, but it's not worth the risk. Probably would have opted to try to lethal me, so this is safe. Bolt. Okay, Bolt is game. Because we can just bolt the snap. I'm just gonna have 6. Oh, they have something? What is this? Snap number 2. That's really frustrating. Yeah, snap number 2. It's not game, because we can exile this Logic Knot, which we'll have to do anyways. Okay, now we have to Chandra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think there's a single card I can Chandra that saves me. But we'll do it anyways. Yeah, I can't think of a Chandra card that would save me here. Like in my deck, so... Game opponent wins. The second Snapcaster got me. Nope, that doesn't work. No, and our opponent wins. Congrats to them. Yeah. The problem is, like, that second snap kill... There was, like, 1,000 top decks that killed me, so it's not like I really mind. Like, I take the Angel hit here and I lose. Okay. They win the match anyways, they would have won on time. So, free 2. And what was by far the longest stream I had. I probably should do a proper, like, marathon at some point. Okay, let's open the chest. Since the people who have stayed this long deserve to see what this chest is. I got a Fauna Shaman. Excellent. Okay. Whew. Okay. So, what do I think about green-black mid-range? Abzan is... I don't think that Abzan is a good position. Nor Jund. You can be like really creative with what you do, but I just don't think you're in a good position in the meta at this moment. Too many random things can happen that just make your life miserable, so I really can't recommend the mid-range decks. They also like make the games last super long, so getting draws is like a non-zero factor. And like, yeah, like it's really, I don't know. I just wasn't the most impressed. I think the Dredge game we got unlucky, to be fair, because we had ley lines in our deck. Did we win that Dredge game? It was weird. Yeah, we lost because we drew ley lines after. Yeah. Like, I guess Nihil Spellbomb would probably be better anyways, but yeah. I like the Jund deck more. It was like cooler, but yeah. Okay, so it has been a long stream. I need a break. I want to do like a recap of the 30 days and the 30 decks. So I'm gonna like think if I do that tonight or if I do that like at some point next week as like a bonus stream. But just we finished, by the way. That was it. That was the 30 decks. They're all completed. Everything's done. It's all over. Dear God, finally. What, investing? You mean like financial spec? I'm never gonna financial spec advice anybody because it's too dangerous. I don't want anybody to come to me and say like, I spec on this. You're like, I will tell you what I think is good and bad, but that's about as far as it goes. Problem I have is like your opponent's strategy is usually not as convenient as yours for these cards. This would be probably a very good sideboard card though, like for a lot of matchups. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, to have? Like wait a bit, wait for packs to get open and then acquire it. Yeah. That's a cool card. It's also super good in standard for what it's worth. Maybe not like super modern, but like in standard this is extraordinary. Cause like if you think about like all the mid-range mirrors, like you care about like a lot of the cards like Harness Lightning and I know like it were bans, but like a Braid, Harness Lightning, cards like that. So like this seems really good in standard too. What do I think of the straight green-black rock deck with 4 Field of Ruin? I got told like by Willie that it just wasn't that great. I would tend to believe him. I think if you want a Field of Ruin deck, just play blue-white. I think that's just much better. That's just my advice. Like, I think blue-white is the Field of Ruin deck. Like, that's the best Field of Ruin deck. It has Spreading Season, Field of Ruin, and Path. So, like, you can Path your opponent and then Field of Ruin them. Like, it turns down to, like, the problem of your... You get to play this efficient removal spell and, like, remove its drawback pretty efficiently. So, like, yeah. I think you should play blue-white if you want Field of Ruin. So, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of going to do it for this stream. It was like a pretty big one. I can't do the recap after this. I am way too drained and like there's a lot. So I'm going to like think whether I do it tonight as like a special show or... Because there's like a GP coverage this weekend. I don't want to like stream over that. But I may do like a... I would do like a stream Monday, Tuesday. I don't know if it's tonight or Monday or Tuesday, but I will do a recap stream. Yeah. Thanks, by the way, Vizos. Vizos BR. Okay, after 30 decks, which one was the most fun and which one was I the most impressed by? Okay. Those are two different questions. The most fun... The one I found the most entertaining... I think they're like entertaining on several fronts. So, Bent Nightfall I thought was super fun to play with. Ponza was also pretty good, I actually found. Kind of a weird way. The games with Ponza were actually pretty sweet. Elves was also sweet. Gristle Shoal was super fun. Because you get to like do stuff at weird points. I liked As Foretold Living End. That was like I thought a really interesting deck. Yeah, I thought like the I thought the As Foretold Living deck was interesting. And that kind of sums up like the fun decks, the ones I really enjoyed playing. Like there were decks I was fine with playing, but those are the ones I really enjoyed. The ones that I thought were the best. Like if I was gonna do a top 5 of the decks I played, Blue-White Control for sure. Let's see. Elves was really good. Affinity was super strong. As Foretold Living End was probably in that top 5 actually. It performed way above the expectations I had. It's in the top 5 because the versions we have of the deck are super bad. So like given like love and care, I think that deck would be a top contender in Modern. The 5th one, I guess Grixis Death Shadow like was still really good. Yeah, Lee definitely helped on the end step for sure. Lee helped that whole stream, so that was awesome to have him as a guest. It really made that stream awesome. Yes, as I said, I was gonna do some kind of recap. Well, clearly, like the streams aren't for my practice team because if they were, like this would be really poor way to do it. No love for Tron. Well, I thought. Oh, sorry, Green Black Tron. I thought like Green Black Tron was like close to the top 5 or like easy. Not a deck I enjoy, but like, yeah, actually you're right. Tron is like close to the top 5. Like the 5th deck is like around that area. I thought the problem was Tron like does the same thing over and over again. It's very consistent, but if you like want to fight it strong. I think also there were decks like Lantern and Storm that I didn't give justice to. I think Lantern's super strong, but requires an incredible pilot. And I think Blue-Red Storm is okay, but the problem... Basically, I think Blue-Red Storm is the best deck you could play at a mid-high level, like end of day 1 of the GP, start of day 2. Like, because you're going to really outplay your opponents a lot. And I think it's a bad deck once you start getting to like high-level Magic. Because like you're trying to out-sideboard your opponent, but your opponent can attack you on any front they want. They can attack your graveyard, creatures, hand, stack. So they can attack you everywhere. So because of that, I don't think it's a good high-level deck for that reason. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I don't have enough practice, but like, I think like basically if you're doing competitive leagues, Storm is great, and like Storm will crush like up to the level of a competitive league usually goes to. Once you go to a properly prepared GP or Pro Tour, it's not very good though, I feel. So, but then like we play it different, like yeah, that's just my view. And also you have to like learn to play the deck properly and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I'll do a recap in the future. I think for now I'm gonna relax. I'm just gonna like ask on Twitter when people want the recap. I'll do like a quick poll. Yeah, I just want to say thanks a lot for people that have watched and supported the stream so far. Give a follow just in case I like a restream in the future. This is the only time I'm gonna ask for donations out of the whole stream. If you like really like the content, you could also donate some cash. That's cool. Like you don't have to though. Like or subscribe. Like I honestly don't think these are necessary. Like I honestly did this as a cool experiment. I'm glad I got through it. All the content's there. Either Saturday, probably because of the time, Sunday, I'm gonna upload all the content on YouTube and make a playlist. So if you missed anything, I will put the whole series on YouTube, and you get to see like any deck you want, any part, get the full info. But Yeah, but thank you so much for watching and supporting so far. I really appreciate it. This marks the official end of the series, but we'll probably do an end of series recap. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll do a recap in the future. Yeah, so yeah, take care. Bye bye.